What's up, guys? So today we are starting the first episode of our franchise for Madden 26. Last year it was Seahawks franchise. We got through almost the entire first season. I did not like how that was going. I wasn't taking the time to record enough episodes to put them out quick enough for you guys to see. Obviously, I'm not going to be getting a lot of views on these videos anyway, so the views I do get, I need to capitalize on them. And I think the series kind of dragged, and I just didn't put a lot of effort into it at the end. So it ended before we even did anything with the team, which is unfortunate. Those videos are still up, so if you want to go watch them, you can. I think we got to like week 16 or 17, so that's that. That is in the past. Now we are here in Madden 26. The goal is to have at least 3 Rams franchise videos out every single week. We're going to get right into it. We're not going to waste any time. We are here taking over the Los Angeles Rams, taking over for Sean McVay. It's an interesting team. It is. And I've been trying to think of a team to do. I was going to do the Raiders. I was going to just go with my team, just rebuild them long term, do episode by episode with them. But I ended up doing a rebuild right away with them, so that video is up on the channel. I'll link it here as well in the cards, so go check that out. But I wanted a different challenge. I was going to do the Dolphins. Simon, if you're watching this, I was going to pick the Dolphins. But again, I wanted a different challenge. They have Tua, they have Tyreek, they have pieces. This Rams team has pieces. You have Devontae Adams, you have Kobe Turner, Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, Jared Verse. You have pieces that are going to be here long term. You have short term pieces. And really, the big question mark is Matthew Stafford. Right now in training camp, he has not practiced this season. He's had a back injury. There have been reports that he could be out for a couple of months. There have been reports saying he's going to come back and practice this week. So we don't really know. He's 37, going to be 38. He has 2 more seasons left on his contract. I don't see a scenario where he's here past this season. So if that means trading him at midseason, at the trade deadline, or if that means trading him in the offseason during the draft, potentially for some picks, that could be a situation we go into, especially if there's a quarterback in this draft that is a really good one. And forgive me, I'm still trying to learn all of the names, so we're going to have to go into some of these here and check out their names individually. But like Devontae Adams, it's a 1-year deal. It's like $16 million. He's probably going to get traded at the deadline. Puka Nacua is definitely staying. We have Tutu Atwell as well. I do know that name. We have Cody Parkinson and Tyler Higbee at tight end, so tight end needs an upgrade. Tyler Higbee's not bad, but 77 overall star dev tight end is just not going to cut it. So Rob Havenstein we have at right tackle. And really that's all I know on the offensive line. Dotson, I think it's Kevin Dotson at right guard is pretty good. But this offensive line needs a lot of work. Yeah, it's Kevin Dotson, and he's 28. So that there is a scenario where we move on from him after a couple of years, depending on how the contracts look. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what we need to do. I'm going to go in here so I can actually see their names when I'm looking at them. That'll kind of help out a little bit. But at left tackle, Ulrich Jackson. Hopefully that's saying that right. We also do have DJ Humphries down here. So there might be a little bit of a battle there, but Ulrich Jackson looks like he's being paid a lot of money. That's interesting. Okay, so we might have to look out for that. Steve Avila at left guard, 25 years old, already 76 overall. He could be a piece that we look to build around on the offensive line. Coleman Shelton at center, but we do have Bo Limmer, who we looks like drafted last year out of Arkansas. So he could be someone we look to develop. Kevin Dotson, obviously, has been in the league for a while, one of the best right guards in the league. He is a centerpiece, but obviously at 28 years old, might not be here by the time we end up winning anything. So depending on the contract situation, like I said, he might be moved on from. And then Rob Havenstein at right tackle. We do have David Quisenberry and Warren McClendon Jr., a couple of guys. Warren McClendon really is the younger of the two, obviously. Quisenberry is probably going to end up being cut before the season even starts. But Havenstein is going to be here, probably get traded at midseason, more than likely. We're going to kind of blow up the team a little bit. I'd like to be competitive, so if we're having a good season at the trade deadline, I won't blow up as much. But probably guys like Devontae Adams and maybe Tyler Higbee are definitely going to be going, just because, especially for Devontae, he's on a 1-year deal. So we need to get whatever value out of him we can for the future, because I'm not going to re-sign him. There's no point in re-signing a going to be 33, 34-year-old receiver. Yes, he's one of the best in the NFL still, without a doubt, top 10. But for the franchise sake, it's going to be a couple years before we're probably competing for a Super Bowl again. And Devontae at 35, 36 is not going to help us win a Super Bowl. So that's something we're going to have to look into as well. Jared Verse, and then also Brennan Jackson, who they drafted in the same draft. They both look really good. Obviously, Jared Verse is the superstar, 86 overall. He will be on the team for the entire thing. He is going to be our centerpiece on defense. So I'm excited about him. Byron Young on the other side is not bad either. Also have Josiah Stewart, who is a rookie. I believe he was the first-round pick this season. We can go in here and check that out. But he could be a good piece to potentially build around as well. Has hidden dev. Didn't really look into much about. Okay, it was a third-round pick. So honestly, hidden dev and 72 overall at 22 for a third-round pick is not bad. And then obviously Kobe Turner at D tackle with Poona Ford in there as well. Braden Fisk also a lot of young talent. Poona Ford will probably be moved, but I could see Kobe Turner and Braden Fisk being here the length of the franchise. Ty Hamilton, who's a rookie, and then Tyler Davis could also probably be here. So D tackle could pretty much be set right away. We don't have to invest any types of picks or free agency acquisitions in that, other than probably moving away from Poona Ford. At Sam linebacker, we have no one, so we got to pick one up. The game is a little weird with how they are coding the players because there are not a lot of Sam linebackers in the draft. There aren't a lot in free agency, so it's a little strange. So pretty much you have to go in and pick up a Mike or Will linebacker and edit their position. It's whatever. Nate Landman, who's a little bit younger out of Colorado at Mike linebacker. Linebacker really needs an upgrade. Omar Spites is not bad, but he's 76 overall at 24 years old. He's going to develop a little bit more. He's decently fast, but the linebacking core overall just needs very big improvement. That'll definitely be a point of interest in the first draft, as well as quarterback if Matthew Stafford does end up getting moved. Darius Williams at corner. Akello Witherspoon, I'm going to say. Obviously, Kobe Durant. And then Darion Kendrick, Emmanuel Forbes. So some good pieces to work with. And then I think we definitely need to upgrade a corner as well. It's not a deep group. Only 3 guys over a 75 overall. And a lot of aging talent, 32 for Darius Williams, 30 for Akello Witherspoon. So we've got to make some moves there. Probably going to look for corner in the draft as well. Cameron Kitchens at free safety is not bad. He's 22 in his second year technically now, and a 78 overall, so not bad at all for him. And then obviously Cam Curl. We have Quentin Lake as well, so 75 and 79 overalls respectively for those two, so not bad. And then kicker Joshua Carty and punter Ethan Evans, 2 younger guys that'll probably just be on the team the length of the rebuild just because. So not too bad. We have the 15th pick from Atlanta as well as our own 26th pick currently projected. So we have a lot of picks in this draft. We have 2 firsts, a second, a third, 2 fifths, 2 sixths, and a 7th. Tennessee, Houston, and Baltimore also contributing. So I'm honestly going to just look to add even more. I don't think we're going to be able to get a first for Matthew Stafford. If we do, it's going to be a future first, which honestly is not the worst. But I'd love to add another second rounder this year, and probably just some back end draft picks next year as well. So we're gonna look into doing that. We're gonna get quickly through the preseason here, and we're gonna play week 1 in today's episode. All right. Well, we have 22 players that need to be cut from the team. We're gonna keep a 3-man quarterback room. I get the feeling that Matthew Stafford is probably gonna be injury prone in here. So we're gonna keep him at 37 years old. He's a little frail. Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, and Jarquez Hunter are going to be our running backs. We can move Cody Schrader to the practice squad, and then Ronnie Rivers is going to be cut. I typically will keep 3 running backs and then have one on the practice squad if possible. So that's kind of the method there. At receiver, it's a nice top end of the room, but the back end of the receiver room could use some work. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, Tutu Atwell, not bad. Jordan Weddington is not bad. So these guys are all going to be safe. Not going to worry about cutting any of them. And then Xavier Smith is going to be cut, and then Britton Covey is going to be cut as well. I believe he's a fan favorite among Rams fans in training camp or something right now. So sorry if that offends anyone. Tyler Higbee's probably not going to be on the team much longer. Colby Parkinson's there as well. We're going to go ahead and move to the practice squad Davis Allen just to free up a spot. 3 tight ends is plenty. And then at left tackle, we have 4 left tackles. We're going to be cutting These last two guys, so Ben Dooley and AJ Arcuri, are going to be cut. That frees up 2 more roster spots. So DJ Humphries and Alaric Jackson are the 2 tackles. Do we have a right guard or two right guards? We have Kevin Dotson, KT Levinston. Okay, so we'll go ahead. We'll move Justin Diedick to the practice squad here. And then at center, I'm going to move Dylan McMahon to the practice squad. Going to have these 2 guys. And then we will move Willie Lampkin to the practice squad and cut KT Levinston. And then at right tackle, we have 4 as well. We're going to move Trey Wettig to the practice squad. We're going to cut David Quisenberry. And that'll leave 2 tackles. So not a bad setup there. I think we'll probably leave Nick Hampton on the squad for now. And then we'll cut Kier Thomas at D tackle. Again, a deep room that's probably going to be the future of this team on the front of the defense. Kobe Turner, Poona Ford probably be gone, but then Braden Fisk obviously as well. And then these 2. So Laurel Murchison, we're going to pretty much cut all 3 of these guys. Jack Heflin's gone, and then Deshaun Johnson we will move to the practice squad just in case we need another D tackle because of injury. At Sam linebacker, Nicholas Morrow is safe. We did just sign him to fill out the Sam linebacker spot. Nate Landman, Troy Reeder, and Tony Fields are safe. Sean Dolak is moving to the practice squad as well. I'm going to move as many guys to the practice squad as I can. You'll notice that just to fill it out. I think we'll keep these 3 guys just so we have a full linebacking core, even though they're lower overalls. At corner, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think it's safe to say we can cut Sean Jolly, Cam Lampkin at least. We'll move to the practice squad. And then Josh Wallace, we will probably move to the practice squad as well. At free safety, we're going to keep both of these guys for now. And then Cam Curl, Quentin Lake will take it. We're going to go ahead and cut Jalen McCullough. And that will create our 53-man roster. We're going to advance to week 1. We play the Houston Texans. We're going to get right into the game. I don't see any reason to wait at all. We're going to hire and assign our scouts first. So let's do that. Okay, so here are our scouts. We have our 3-star scouting the Mike linebacker and quarterback positions. We have our 2-star with corner and receiver, a quarterback, tight end, offensive lineman, edge, and linebacker for our 1-stars. They are set to their regions where the strength positions are. We're going to hop in and get going on week 1 here. All right, here in week 1, facing off against the Houston Texans, CJ Stroud, Nico Collins, and we're going to see what we can do here. Hunter on the return. He'll take it up the middle. Has a lane up the middle. Gets to the 32-yard line where we will see Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, and Kyron Williams, the 37-year-old Stafford at 6'3", 220 pounds. And we will see what we can do here today against the Texans defense. All right, heading out here under center for Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams in the backfield. They will be a handoff to the right, first play of the game today. We're going to see what we can do. Kyron Williams cuts it back to the left. Gets about 3 on that play. Danico Autry on the tackle. We're going to look to start our season off strong here with a touchdown drive on our first possession on offense. Devontae Adams in motion right back out to the left, and we will see if we can get him underneath here. We do have him. We're going to throw it to him. Makes the catch for 2. Brings up a quick 3rd and 5 here. Not too concerned about it. We can definitely get this one easy enough. And we'll see what we can do. Devontae Adams looking for him on the slant. Might have him rolling out. Thrown. It is incomplete. Almost picked off there. Stafford trying to get that one off. Pressured immediately by the Texans defense, and that is a quick 3 and out. Disappointing first drive of the season, but hey, we have time to make up for it. We have a whole game to play here, and we'll punt that one off. Nice punt there from the punter, and we will see what our defense can do here coming out against CJ Stroud and the Texans offense. All right, gonna play a lot of cover 3 today, a lot of man coverage as well. Kind of split it up here depending on what they do. Damian Pierce in the backfield. They will throw it out to him. We make the tackle right away. Spates on the tackle at linebacker. It's a 1-yard gain for this Texans offense on the first play. Going to go ahead and bring some pressure here, 2nd and 9. See if we can catch him off guard here. Have Landman on the blitz. Looks like a heavy set with a handoff here coming. It is. Can we get out there, make the tackle? We can. Nice tackle. Another gain of 1 there brings up a quick 3rd and 8 here for this Texans offense. And we will see what C.J. Stroud has to offer here on 3rd and 8. We're going to move into Tampa 2 coverage here. Over the middle, Stroud has nothing. Looking over the middle still. Big hit. Gets off the tackle. But tackle is made after a gain of 3. And that'll be a quick 3-and-out for the Texans offense as well. And we will come right back out on offense here. After a Tommy Townsend punt, we're going to go ahead and hold this guy back and try and block here as Hunter will return the ball again. Has some room up the left side, cuts it back in. It gets to the 39-yard line, and we will come back out on offense now. Matthew Stafford. Very excited to see what Stafford can do in, year 400 for him probably. But seeing what the 37-year-old has left in the tank. Hopefully enough to get us going at least to the playoffs in year 1. But a high pick wouldn't be the worst thing either. No gain on that play from Kyren Williams. We'll throw this one out on the left side to Puka Nacua, and he will pick up 5 yards there. So a 3rd and 5 now for us from the 44-yard line. Devontae is pressed on the left side of the field. If we have that safety come down, we might go ahead and test the coverage here. We will right away. Devontae Adams up over the top. Will go up and make the catch. First down. Down to the 22-yard line, so 22 yards on that play. I'm sorry, 34 yards. We were on the other 44, my bad. And a nice play there from Matthew Stafford. And we will see Devontae Adams again open over the middle of the field. That is caught off the right side, up into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. So a quick drive, Devontae Adams, 2 big pass plays there. And we are into the end zone here. Make it 7-0 with the extra point here. And an early lead for your Los Angeles Rams. That kick is up and good. 7-0 LA. We'll get back out on defense now. It's going to take me a few games to get used to all these different names. So excuse me if I don't know someone's name right away. That'll be a play-action play here on 1st and 10. Throw out to the running back. Big hit. Big hit off the right side. Dameon Pierce goes down after a gain of 3. And we will see what we can do here. 2nd and 7 coming for the Texans offense. Under the gun, or under the center, sorry. They will hand it off. Dameon Pierce up the middle, has a big lane. Cam Curl brings him down from behind. Great gain of about 33 yards there on the play from Dameon Pierce. And that is a nice run there to pick up a big first down for this Texans offense. RPO there. We will get out, make the tackle. Nice tackle, no gain on that play. Now 2nd and 10 coming out of the huddle here for the Texans offense. We'll be playing man coverage, cover 1 zone here. Fake handoff here. We have pressure immediately. Can't get out to the quarterback, Stroud, and we do blow up the pass play, though, after a 4-yard gain. And we're going to send some pressure here off both edges. A little bit of a cornerback blitz. Sneak in here a little bit more here. See what we can do. That is over the middle and caught. Nico Collins makes the play up to the 19-yard line. Nice grab there from him for the first down. Probably shouldn't have blitzed on 3rd and 6. We knew that we were going to have to throw the ball there. But thought we could get to C.J. Stroud, just not able to quite get to him enough time there. That is a handoff we completely miss on the hit, and that is down to the 8-yard line, so pickup of 8 there. And another first down for the Texans offense as they come into the red zone here inside the 10-yard line. We'll see what Stroud and this Texans offense can do here inside the 10. Throw over the middle. That is caught for 3 yards on the play. And we will see a 2nd and goal now from the 5-yard line. We're going to go ahead. Let's see what we can do. That is a screen pass to the running back at the 5-yard line in for the touchdown. And it'll be a tie game here. That is Woody Marks, the backup running back for the Texans. Texans go down. Fairly easy drive on offense for them. Score the touchdown to tie the game up. We lose. Or sorry, have a gain of nothing on that play. Luckily they didn't lose anything. We're going to go ahead and run a screen route here to Kyren Williams. But we need to answer back after a nice Texans touchdown drive there to tie this game up. Throw this one out to Kyren Williams. He has room off the right side. Gets to the sideline, gets 4 yards. So a 3rd and 6 coming now for our offense. We're going to see what we can do to convert this and keep this drive alive here on 3rd and 6 from the 38-yard line. Just 50 seconds as we snap this ball left in the first quarter. Out to Puka Nacua, not enough for the first. That'll be 4th and 2 as we're going to go ahead and have to punt the ball here. They want us to go for it, and you know what? I like the call. We have Matthew Stafford. We got Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams in on this play. And we're going to see what we can do to go ahead and make this a 4th and 2 conversion here. Rolling with Stafford. We have enough for the first and more. Get out of bounds at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 now after a rush of about 12 on that play for Matthew Stafford. We're going to hand this ball off one more time here before the quarter ends if we can. We do. Handoff. Kyron Williams up the middle, bounces it back out to the left a little bit, gets it up to the 34-yard line, end of the first quarter. Nice run of about 15 on that play. And we will go into the second tied 7-7, but driving into Texans territory here. All right, beginning the second quarter now. We're going to go ahead and hand this one off to Kyron Williams and kind of take the load off Matthew Stafford a little bit here to start the second quarter. Handoff, cuts it up the middle. Kyron Williams has some room to work from the 34 to the 18-yard line there. Nice run. And 2 back-to-back huge runs for Kyron Williams. We're going to go ahead and audible to a throw here. Devontae Adams on a nice little out route would be nice. We're going to see if we can get that going. We don't. We do have Puka Nacua. Ball is tipped off the lineman's head, incomplete. And not able to complete that one as it hits off the back of one of our linemen's helmets. 2nd and 10 now. Puka Nacua over the middle. We have him. Get that one into him. Nice throw. 8-yard gain there. Brings up 3rd and 2. Going to go ahead and just hand this one off here. And it'll be Blake Corum into the game to get this handoff from Matthew Stafford. Colby Parkinson in the backfield as the fullback here. Nowhere to go for Corum. A loss of 2, and we will have to settle for a field goal here. Converted once on 4th down on the drive. Don't want to try and go for it again and not get points here. So we're going to take the guaranteed 3 points. 10-7 Rams. We'll get back out on defense here. Damian Pierce kind of pierced our defense a couple of times with a nice run on the last drive for the Texans offense. So we'll have to see what we can do to contain him here on this drive. Run up the middle. That's going nowhere. Gain of 1 on the play to the 30-yard line. So nice play right off the bat from our defense. Only a 1-yard gain there. And we will see what we can do. 2nd and 9 coming from the 30. Just under 8 minutes as they snap this ball. Throw out to the running back. That is Pierce. Can we get out there? Big hit. Can't make the tackle. Can't wrap up. Cam Curl can't wrap up. Finally brought it out of bounds to the 42-yard line. And a big play for Damian Pierce and this Texans offense here. C.J. Stroud able to hit him out of the backfield before he gets taken down. Heavy set here from the Texans. They will go ahead and hand this one off to Pierce. Get out there. Jared Verse makes the tackle. Loss of 2. So the first TFL of the season for Jared Verse in our defense. And need to stack big plays here on defense. And this is the start of it. 2nd and 12, a 2-yard loss. 650 as the motion Pierce out of the backfield to the left. This will be a screen play. Can we get out there? We can. And we do. Loss of 2 on that play. So 2 back-to-back 2-yard losses brings up a long 3rd and 14 play here. And we will see what we can do to prevent them from getting a first. That is caught over the top. That is Christian Kirk with the catch. 1st and 10 to the 22. Not able to get over there. Playing zone coverage. C.J. Stroud puts it on the money to Christian Kirk, and they convert to the 1st down. Throw out here to the left. That is behind the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard loss now. And we have about 5.5 minutes here in the second quarter as the Texans come out of the huddle from the 23-yard line. 2nd and 11. You can see what they want to do here. 2nd and 11. Stroud sitting in the gun. Dumps it up underneath to the running back. Scored the touchdown last possession. They get 10 on that play. Brings up 3rd and 1 here. Would love to hold them to a field goal try right here, although they probably end up going for it. And we're going to see what we can do here. This will be a play-action play. Get back out there. Defense, big hit. Ball thrown out of bounds. Pressure coming from Paul Jr. I don't know his name. I'm so sorry. Got to learn those names. And we will see if the Texans can convert this try into 3 points here to tie this game with 4:49 left. They do kick us up and good 10-10 tie ball game, and we will go back out on offense here. Seems to be working for us. 118 yards for us, 140 for the Texans. 78 through the air for Matthew Stafford so far. Kyron Williams cuts it up the middle, gets 1 yard on that play. Got caught on the lineman there a little bit, so not able to get off the block and get more yardage there on that play. Nice little concept here on the left side of the field. Looking for Tutu Atwell first. We will go ahead and roll with Stafford, and we will throw out to Tutu Atwell. He will have it on the left sideline. Picks up 7 on that play. Nice catch. Brings up 3rd and 2 here. Going to run a curl combo here and put Puka Nacua on an in route. Should be pretty much a guaranteed 1st down either way here. We will have Nacua over the top. That is tipped incomplete. Probably threw that one a little too soon there, and we will go ahead and hit the punt back to Houston now. Not what you want to see after a field goal to tie the game from Houston's offense, but we will punt this back to them and see if we can make a stop here on defense. Wrap up, make the tackle at the 23-yard line here, so we'll come back out on defense now. C.J. Stroud on offense. Gonna audible out of this blitz here. And we'll see what CJ Stroud can do here on offense. 3:34 left in the first half. Motion here to the receiver. It will be a play action on the motion. Stroud has all day, dumps it to the running back. He's done that a lot to Dameon Pierce today. And he will get out, get 3 yards. Yeah, 5 catches already in the first half for Dameon Pierce. So not afraid to use him out of the backfield. A 2 tight end set now for the Texans offense. They will go ahead and hand this one out. It's play action. Dumps it out to the tight end, incomplete off his hands, 3rd and 7, so a drop there. 7 now from the 26, and we will see what we can do to stop this Houston offense from converting to a first down. Stroud not under pressure, able to get that one to Christian Kirk, up for a first. So Christian Kirk making his presence felt in his first year in Houston, and our defense is getting sliced up here by CJ Stroud early in the first half. Only 2:30 left as they snap this ball. Will be a handoff to the backup running back. Gets 4 on the play, though, so not a bad run there from him. And that will be the 2-minute warning here. With a 2nd and 6, they'll come back out on offense after the 2-minute warning, and we'll get back into the game. All right, 2nd and 6 out of the 2-minute warning from the 46-yard line, so right at midfield here. We'll see what Houston's offense and CJ Stroud can do. Would love a turnover here. Feel like we've been waiting for one all day. Stroud stepping up, not able to do it. Big hit from the defender. Linebacker coming up, hitting him there, but does not fumble. Up to the 47. They'll run a hurry up here, get back to the line with 1:45 left as they snap this ball. Stroud rolling, has no one. That is picked off over the middle. Spates, a bad throw into the coverage. No one open, and Spates makes the play. Still going down the right sideline to the 40-yard line. And that is the turnover we needed there. And we have the ball on offense now at the 40-yard line with 1:36 left. All 3 timeouts tied at 10. That's the break we needed on defense. We got it. Stroud under pressure throws a bad pass. Very errant throw there. We'll throw it underneath to Devontae. Oh, no, that's Puka Nacua, sorry. And we will see what we can do now on offense with 1:10 as we snap this ball. 2nd and 6. Would love a touchdown here, but we'll take points either way. Over the middle, that is caught off the right side. Devontae Adams will call our first timeout. 4 catches, 63 yards for Devontae here in the first half with 1 minute left. 3rd and inches. Would hate to have to settle for a field goal here, but we're going to roll out and run with Matthew Stafford. We'll get out of bounds, get up 3 yards there, but it is enough for the first down. And with 57 seconds left, we're going to see what we can do here. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line now after the first down run from from Stafford there on the scramble is what I meant to say. Puka Nacua, nice play, breaks off a tackle, gets another first down to 10 yards on that play, and we'll call our 2nd timeout of the game. All right, 3 tight ends set here. We're going to we're going to go ahead and throw this one. Have Higbee. We're going to get it underneath to him. That will be caught. We are going to go ahead and use our last timeout here at the 12-yard line. Want to get out of that heavy set. Not the look we want from the goal line on the 12-yard line. And this is a little bit better. Gets Puka Nacua back on the field here. We have Puka over the middle. We can fit that one in. That is caught down to the 6-yard line. We're going to run hurry up here. And we're going to see what we can do to get one of our star receivers the ball here. Stafford is taken down to Nico Autry on the sack. We're going to need to hurry to the line here, 2nd and goal. Clock not rolling too fast here, so that's a huge thing for us here at the end of the first half. We have some time. Looking off the left side, that is caught. Puka Nacua needs to get out of bounds here up to the 3-yard line. 12 yards, breaks the tackle there, so nice play. That was huge to break that tackle, get out of bounds, stop the clock with 14 seconds. We have 1 shot at the end zone here. And we will throw it up over the top. That is Devontae Adams. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Rams. 17-10 going into halftime. All right, we did get the ball first in this game, so we're going to kick off to Houston here. Up 7 coming into the 3rd quarter. And we're going to see what we can do to stop this Texans offense. Had a turnover on the last defensive drive for us. Just an errant throw from CJ Stroud. Stepped up under pressure and just threw it right over the middle to no one except one of our defenders. And we will see what we can do here. Dameon Pierce coming out in the backfield. Stroud under center here. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. That'll be play action there. Up over top. Christian Kirk. Big hit. Ball jarred loose. Big hit from the safety coming over the top. And Christian Kirk can't hold on to it. 2nd and 10 now from the 22. 9:52 left in the 3rd. Looking like this could be a handoff here. It'll be play action. Get back out of it. Throw over the middle. That is picked off. Spates again. A user lurk. We get to Stroud for the second pick of the game. I believe Spates got both of them there. And C.J. Stroud, two very, very bad throws there for interceptions in this game so far. We are looking to capitalize here. Throw up over the top. We're going deep. That'll be for Devontae. That is picked off. I didn't see the safety over the top. Oh, that's so bad. That is so, so bad after the turnover we just got. And a Texans defender's down and hurt, holding his arm. That is not the play you want right after we get the ball on a turnover. We throw a pick right back to the Texans offense here. And Stroud and company have a second chance here in the second half. It would have been great to go up 2 scores here, but not able to. Take a bad angle there. Damian Pierce, another nice run. Really unfortunate there for Matthew Stafford. I couldn't fit that ball in. Did not think he would be triple covered down the field. Didn't see the second defender. Nice tackle there from Spates. 3-yard gain for Pierce there. That's unfortunate. But, hey, we got to come back from it. We got to get back out on defense here. Have a nice possession. Get a stop. And a nice play right here on 2nd and 7 is a good start to it. Blitz up the middle. That is over the middle to Dalton Schultz, the tight end. Makes the catch. Gets enough for the first 2 midfield exactly. And Texans starting to move the ball here in the third quarter. Up to midfield, Damian Pierce behind Stroud, under center. Big block. We get blown up coming through the middle of the line there, but a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12, so our defense is able to make up for it, even though we got blown up in the backfield. Throw up underneath. Nico Collins makes the catch, gets up, gets 11 on that play, brings up 3rd and 1 now. We're going to go ahead and send a blitz here. Stroud will be under center for this one. That is Damian Pierce behind him. And I can smell a run coming here. It'd be great to get a stop. We do. Stroud under pressure, gets sacked, brought down. That is Paul Jr. again. I believe that's his 2nd of the day. If not, he had a TFL as well. And it is 4th and 9 now. A nice little celebration from our defense. And we will force a punt from the Texans. Matthew Stafford threw the interception. A very bad one after we got the ball on the turnover the play before. And so we will see what we can do on offense. Now, Kyron Williams jukes it back up the middle. Gets 6 on that play to the 23. Make that 7 on the play. We're going to go ahead and hand the ball off again to him here. 2nd and 3 from the 23-yard line. Cuts it back up the middle. That is a pickup of 1, so brings up 3rd and 2 now. And we're going to be looking for probably Puka Nacua underneath here or Tyler Higbee off the right side. We have Puka. Can we fit that in? We can. He gets down first down to the 31-yard line, so a pickup of 8 there. And we're going to be running a jet pass here. A little bit of motion. That will be Puka Nacua getting the jet pass. See if we can cut it upfield, get some yards here. And we can. We have the right side. Can we get it out? We can. That is a pickup of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 now. Nice play there. We'll go ahead and hand this one off to Kyron Williams here. 2nd and 5. Try and make it an easier 3rd down or hopefully get a first down here. Gain of nothing, maybe half a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5 here. Need to convert this. Need to get this ball down the field a little bit further, even if we do punt later in the drive. Just don't want to give good field position here to the Texans offense. That is a conversion. Tutu Atwell breaks out of it up the right sideline. He'll have room to run up to the 26-yard line. Tutu Atwell takes a little bit of a small in route there right up the right sideline for about 40 on the play. And we are right here, right outside the red zone now. Devontae Adams will throw the RPO to him. We have Puka blocking out to the left. Juke. Devontae gets free to the 13. That's 13 on that play. And we are now in the red zone, almost into the 10-yard line here. And we will turn around and hand this one off to Kyron Williams again here on 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. We have some room to work. Get nothing on that play. Well, about a yard on the yardage sticks. And we'll see what we can do here. Blake Corum into the game now. We're going to throw it out to Corum here. We do have him. Jukes it back inside. Gets about 4 on that play. Brings up 3rd and 5 now. A field goal would be nice, but we're not looking for a field goal. We are looking for 6 here. And Devontae Adams on that slant route looks enticing. We will not have him. Throw it underneath to Higbee here. He will make the catch. Gets 3 yards to 4th and 2 here. And you know what? We might regret it, but we're going to go ahead and go for it here. We do run coach suggestions the entire game on both sides in franchise. That's how I play my games, just kind of make it a little more realistic so I'm not running cheese plays all game long. But we're going to see what Stafford can do here. 4th and goal. It is incomplete. Off balance, off target, and back in the end zone, incomplete. Looking for Tyler Higbee. And the Texans take over at the 5-yard line. Minute 43 left in the third quarter. Would love to get a stop here. Dameon Pierce off the left side. Gets about 2 on that play. Just not what you want to see. We need to drive the Texans back here at the goal line. Goal line at their backs here. Handoff, Dameon Pierce, loss of 3 on that play, so back to 3rd and 11 now. That is huge down to the 4-yard line. We're going to go ahead and see if we can hold Houston to a punt here. This would be a nice starting field position. That is out to Dameon Pierce, so out of the backfield. He does make the catch. Gets 23 on that play for a first down. Wide open. I'm not sure how he was wide open there. Don't know where the defender was, but he was not covering his man, and Dameon Pierce slipped out again. I believe that's his 7th catch of the game. He has a nice run here up the left sideline. Cam Curl needs to make a tackle. He does get some help from behind, and Dameon Pierce has 100 total yards already in the third quarter. That will end it. 17-10 LA. All right, well, Houston coming back out 1st and 10 from the 45 after a nice Dameon Pierce run there. And we will see what we can do. Stroud in the gun, empty, throws it underneath to the tight end. Big hit over the middle, but enough for a first down. Gets 11 on the play. And we need to pick it up here if we're gonna, have a chance to not let them tie this game. 1st and 10 to the 34. Running back motions out to the left in the receiver's position now. Big play over the middle. Nico Collins breaks off a tackle down to the 23, so 11 on that play as well. And, man, we are just not able to do anything on defense right now. Chunk play after chunk play, first down after first down. We need to make a stop here. Otherwise, this is going to be a tie game very quickly here in the 4th quarter. Throw over the middle. That is Dalton Schultz makes the catch. Big hit. Cannot be taken down. Touchdown, Houston. 20-yard touchdown there for Dalton Schultz. And the Texans have tied it up with this extra point. We'll get back out on offense. And Matthew Stafford, those are the stats today. 21 of 26, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. I am tweaking with the sliders every week until I find what works. So we're just going to have to figure it out if this game, if this type of game continues where we're throwing a high completion percentage, we might look into tweaking some of the throwing sliders, stuff like that. So bear with me on that. I want to make it the most realistic experience possible while also making it fun for you guys to watch. And I'm sure that the rage of me throwing some interceptions, kind of like with Bengal, if anyone watches him, I'm sure most of you do. It's pretty fun, and we fumble the ball, Texans recover. The only hope is that Tutu Atwell was down there, but I don't think he was. But yeah, I'm sure it's fun seeing stupid stuff like this, like me throwing interceptions or, my receivers fumbling the ball. Yeah, that will not be reviewed. Texans take over at the 38-yard line, tie game with 8 minutes left. And our defense needs to step up here, get the 3rd turnover of the game against Houston and C.J. Stroud. And Dameon Pierce gets off the right side, has room to run up 2 to 10, so 28 yards there. He's having a game for the ages here, about 150 yards so far in the game on offense. And we need to make a stop here. Big play, Young out of the backfield, tackle for a loss there. Loss of 1 there on the play, and we need to make something happen. Dameon Pierce back in the game, now 2nd and goal. Throw over the middle to the tight end. And we make a nice play there, only pick up a 3. So 3rd and goal here. We're going to see what we can do. I'm going to play underneath with our corners here, try and play up at the line. Play at the sticks as well. Stroud looking, has nothing. We're going to blitz here. Bringing pressure. Turner brings him down. And we have the sack, 4th and goal at the 14. And Houston will have to attempt a field goal here to make it a 20-17 game. We'll see what they decide to do. They will go for 3, obviously, from the 14-yard line. 6 minutes as they kick this ball. Kick is up, and it is good right down the middle. 3-point lead for Houston. We get back out on offense. See what we can do to get this drive going through the air. We'll throw this one underneath to Parkinson. Has the catch. Big play there, 8 yards on first down. We'll go ahead and run this ball to Kyron Williams. And we need a nice drive here with 5:30 as we snap this ball. Only down 3, a touchdown put us up 4. Kyron Williams swallowed in the backfield, loss of 1 there, so brings up 3rd and 3 quickly here. We really, really need to pick this one up. We'll move Tyler Higbee to an in route here. Devontae Adams on that out route would not be bad. Have Puka on the whip route. We'll get it to him for the first down. Enough for it. Gets 4 on that play. Timeout. Houston has an injury. Kamari Lassiter is injured on the play. All right, 1st and 10 from the 37. 5 minutes left in the game. We're going to dump this one off to Kyron Williams here out of the backfield. Gets that one up out of bounds to the 44. So a nice 7-yard gain on that play. Makes it 2nd and 3 now. 5 minutes as we break the huddle here in the game, and we're going to hand this one off again to Kyron Williams. Got to convert these short yardage 2nd and 3rd down plays, and Kyron Williams is definitely the running back to do that. Delayed handoff, does not have any room to run, loses 2 on that play, actually 1 on that play. And 3rd and 4 here, we got to convert this one as well. I hate putting ourselves in so many stressful situations early, on these drives, but got to convert this type of possession here on 3rd and 4. Got to convert it. So we're gonna see what we can do here to make this a reality. Tutu Atwell on that little route right there would not be bad. We do have him. We will get it to him over the middle. Don't fumble. Just go down 1st down. That is a nice play from Tutu Atwell after the fumble earlier in the 4th quarter. And we're going to look to run a little bit more of an aggressive approach here on this pass play. We do have over the middle. That is Devontae Adams. Nice play there. Gets the ball up from the 48 to the 33-yard line. It's a nice play from Matthew Stafford to Devontae Adams there. And we're moving now 3:28 as we snap this ball. We're going to hand it off to Kyron Williams here on 1st and 10 from the 33. Gets up. He has a little bit of room to work. Gets a yard on that play, maybe 2. In just under 3 minutes as we snap this ball now, we're going to go ahead and throw this one 2nd and 9. Throw it out to Higbee. He has had a nice day so far, and that will be a 4-yard gain for him on that play. Want to drain as much of this clock as we can before we score any type of points here. Puka Nacua underneath. We'll have enough for the first. Breaks it up the field. We're going to go ahead and go down here so we don't go into the end zone. That is to the 7, so 21 yards on that play. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. All right, coming out of the 2-minute warning here at the 7-yard line, 1st and goal after a 21-yard catch and run from Puka Nacua. And we are down 3 here with 2 minutes. So we're going to drain the rest of this clock and try and go in Blake Corum. Nice run for 1 on that play. Daniil Hunter down and hurt for the Texans, so they use their first timeout. I don't want to score a touchdown here necessarily. It'll be a free play. We are going to get sacked, though. That is fine. It is a free play for a reason. And it's offsides on the defense. That will be on Derek Stingley. We're going to go ahead and accept this play. Accept this penalty, excuse me. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3 now. We're going to run it with Kyron Williams here. Not looking to get into the end zone, like I said. So we're just going to go down. Don't get anything on that play, 3rd and goal. And we're going to run true clock here to get this clock down as much as possible. Going to put Devontae on an in route here if it'll let us. If it'll let us, it will finally. Throw it to Puka over the middle. That is caught. Touchdown. Didn't want to risk getting the 4th down. We're going to go in for the touchdown. A minute 12 left as we kick this extra point. It is up and good. 4-point game here. Minute 12 left in the 4th quarter. We'll kick it back off to Houston. See what they can do with a minute 12. And we need to make a stand here on defense. We've had some shaky defense today, but overall a couple of turnovers, not bad. We need to see if we can make one more stop here with a minute and 8 seconds left and get this season off with a first week win. That is thrown up out of bounds. Pressure from all around Stroud there on 1st and 10. And it'll be 2nd and 10 now from the 26 after that throwaway. We're going to play pass coverage here. We know they have to throw it over the middle. That is in. Oh, that's caught. Whew, that was almost picked off. I barely couldn't get my hands on that one with my defender. Just bit a little bit too much. And that is a nice play for a first down. 58 seconds left now to the 39-yard line for the Texans. Dameon Pierce underneath. Big hit on that play. 3-yard gain. And Texans are getting up to the line quickly here. And they will spike this ball, make it 3rd and 7 there. Kind of a questionable decision there. Kind of thought they'd just run a play on that play, but maybe not. We'll see what they can do. 3rd and 7 from the 46. Stroud has 2 running backs either side of him, and we'll see what he decides to do. Throw up over the top. That is caught. Can't make the tackle. Cam Curl does. It's a 4-point game. Houston needs to either get up to the line or call timeout here. They get up to the line but drain 10 seconds off the clock. What are they doing? Stroud snaps it. Will throw. That is caught. Christian Kirk, 10 seconds, 9 seconds. Timeout Houston, 9 seconds at the 13-yard line. And what is Houston doing? 8 seconds left in the game. They will throw it up over the top. It's picked off in the end zone. We'll take this one back. Out. 2 seconds to the 16-yard line. Picked for C.J. Stroud, his third of the game. And we will take this Week 1 game home with a W. From the 16-yard line, we'll snap the ball once with Matthew Stafford here, kneel it down, and we have won in Week 1. Start our season off 1-0. I'll see you guys back in the main menu for the stats. All right, Matthew Stafford, 30 for 35, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the interception. The interception was a bad throw by me into triple coverage for Devontae Adams up the middle on a post route, but not a bad game from Stafford at all. 85% of his passes were completed. Obviously, need to tweak the sliders a little bit. We're playing on 10-minute quarters, no Excel clock, and we are doing all Madden. So it's already enough of a challenge, but we need to tweak the sliders to make it even more of a challenge. 30 for 35 should not be happening even with a Matthew Stafford type of quarterback. So got to make some changes there for the sliders to make it a little more realistic. Rushing the ball, 15 for 39 for Kyron Williams. Had a okay game. Would love to get the average up there to maybe about 4 to 4.5 yards a carry, but obviously we stopped running the ball there in the second half as much, so it's kind of what you expect when you don't really run the ball in the second half. Receiving, Puka Nacua, 12 for 90, 7 for 99, and 2 touchdowns for Devontae Adams. Puka also had a touchdown. Tutu Atwell, 4 for 57, Tyler Higbee, 3 for 11. Kyron Williams had a couple of catches. Cody Parkinson and Blake Corum also had a catch. On defense, we had a lot of good contributors. Omar Spates, the linebacker out of LSU in his second season, led the team with 9 tackles. Also had the 2 interceptions in the first half. TFLs, Byron Young had 3, Kobe Turner 1, and then 1 for Verse, Witherspoon, Lake, and Paul Jr. Sacks for Chris Paul Jr. and Kobe Turner. And then obviously Quentin Lake got the game-sealing interception with 5 seconds left. So a very strong game overall from our offense and our defense. The defense was a little rough at times. Stafford, obviously, I threw the pick with him, so we need to clean that up as well. But Week 1 was a success. Obviously, we got the win. We're going to head out, see what we need to do, and then end the video. All right, DJ Humphries, Ty Hamilton, and Chris Paul Jr. all have upgrade points. We're going to auto-upgrade those. We would probably put them towards whatever the top-rated thing is anyway to get their overalls up. We are going to go ahead and sim here to Week 2. We'll be playing the Tennessee Titans. But that is the end of today's episode. We take down the Houston Texans in Week 1, 24-20. Had a really good turnover to end the game, and we start off our season 1-0. Going up against the 1-0 Titans, it'll be Cam Ward at quarterback, and very excited to see what we need to do to get the season off hot and keep going. A playoff run in year 1 would not be bad. But obviously, with Matthew Stafford, it's going to be that decision-making. At the midseason mark, is he playing well? Do we have the potential to trade him based on his play? Are we tanking and we just need to trade him to get out of the contract and out of the old quarterback situation? What do? We have a lot of options. We have a lot of decisions to make. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you're excited for Rams franchise. Wanted to pick a little bit of a different team, a team that has a lot of young talent, but that also needs to kind of retool and rework some things on offense and defense. So hopefully this team was a good pick for me. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next one.